Just as a refresher from the last lesson, if we are classifying this figure right here, we would say it is equilateral because all the sides are the same. It's equiangular because all the sides or angles are the same. Excuse me, but it is not irregular because it is concave. So I'm just going to circle it, equilateral and equiangular. The second part, B, it is concave because we're dipping in there. And the number of sides is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, let's start over. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sides. So if it is a 12-sided figure, it's a dodecagon. Alright, moving on to our notes for today. We have finding angle measures and polygons. If you have a triangle, there are 3 sides. Number of triangles, that would be 1, and the sum of the interior, that's 180. Quadrilateral has 4 sides. Number of triangles, if you have a quadrilateral, there are 2 triangles, which means that 180 times 2 would be 360. Pentagon has 5 sides, and if we look at the number of triangles, we would have 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3 triangles, which means 180 times 3 is 540. And then we have a hexagon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, and we have 1, 2, 3, so 3 lines, which means I have 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. 6 sides, 4 triangles, and that would be a total of 720 because I would take 4 times 100 or 180 to get 720. So the sum of the measures of the interior angle of a convex anagon would be the number of sides minus 2 times 180. And I get that because if I take the number of sides here minus 2 to get 4, and then take that number times 180 to get this number. And it works for all of these. 4 minus 2 times 180 equals 360. Okay, moving on to our next example. Find the sum of the measures of the indicated interior angles of the convex octagon. So if I'm doing this one, I'm going to take my 8 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, minus 2, and then take that amount times 180. So 6 times 180 equals 1080 degrees. Example number 2, the sum of the measures of the interior angle of a convex polygon is 900. Classified a polygon by the number of sides, so we kind of have to go backwards here. I'm going to write the formula. N minus 2 times 180 equals 900, so we know the total sum is 900. I would start by dividing by 180 to try to find n, the number of sides. Those are going to cancel, so n minus 2 equals 900 divided by 180 is 5. I add 2 to both sides, and n equals 7. So if it's 7-sided, it's a heptagon. Looking at example number 3, the Canadian dollar is shown in the shape of a lemnigon. Find the number of measures of the interior angles. So if I'm doing this, we have to find the sum of the interior angles. I'm going to take the number of sides, which is 11, minus 2 times 180. And when I do that, I get 9 times 180, and that gives me the total sum of 1,620. So that's all the angle measures together. And if I want to find the measure of each angle, then I'm going to take 1,620. I'm going to divide it by how many angles I have, which is 11. And when I do that, I get 1,620 divided by 11 equals 147.27, repeating. All right. Looking at example number 4, find the value of x in the diagram below. So I need to know before I do anything here, I have a quadrilateral, and I know this is split up into two triangles. So with the two triangles, I would say 180 times 2 equals 360 degrees. So now I'm going to take my 360 and I'm going to subtract out 180, 121, and 59. And when you do that, you get an angle measure of 288. I'm sorry, when you subtract, sorry, we need to go back. That's what all of these three equal. These three they equal 288, so 360 minus 288 equals 72. So x equals 72 degrees. Polygon exterior angle theorem. If we're going to talk about the exteriors, we need to know that the sum of the measures of the exterior angles of a convex, so convex meaning that you cannot have any point inside, polygon, one angle at each vertex is 360 degrees. So an example of this would be like this: angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 equals 360. Our example of this would be find the value of x. So we need to find this value here. And I know that the sum of the exteriors equals 360, so I would say 2x plus 67 plus 89 has to equal 360. Combine my like terms, so I have 3x plus 156 equals 360. Subtract my 156. So 3x equals 204. If I divide by 3, x equals 68. And okay, here we're going to explain the formula for finding each interior angle of a regular polygon. So if you're trying to find the angle measure, then you would have to find out all the degrees in the triangle or in the polygon. So I'd say n minus 2 times 180, and that'll give me the total number of degrees. If I divide that by the number of sides, which means that's the same number of angles, that's going to give me the angle measure. So here, if the angle measure of each interior angle of a regular polygon is 162, then I have to put n minus 2 times 180 divided by n equals the angle measure right here, which is 162. So if I continue to work this out, I would multiply each side by n. So n minus 2 times 180 equals 162n. And then I would have to distribute. I'm going to go back here I'm actually going to put the parentheses around the n minus 2 and distribute the 180 to both of them. So I have 180n minus 360 equals 162n. I need to get my n's on the same side. So negative 360 equals, if I subtract 180 minus 162, I would get 18, and that's negative. Take the sign of the bigger number. Divide by negative 18. So n would equal 20 sides. And here's your homework for today.